What the fuck is goody? It's Kimmy, and I'm back with my motherfucking tea today. It's season 4, episode motherfucking 10. Quarto EDS. Yes, and I'm here with my motherfucking sister, Miss fucking April. What is goody? What's goody, boo?
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
How are you, fabulous? How are you, lovely?
I'm good. What's up with you?
I'm fantastic. So, it's been a while in the making, so we're about to get into a few motherfucking topics.
Right.
We're about to get into that fucking thing. We're about to grind the fucking nail. We're about to get into what the fuck is tea, because a lot of niggas fucking playing us.
Right.
And we don't fucking got time for the bullshit. We don't got time for any of that. We got time for what the fuck it is.
Right.
So, let's get off of how the fuck we met. How do I know you, April? Let's get into that. Unless it's some motherfucking tea.
Well, Dwayne Reed.
Yeah.
We was young as hell.
Babies.
Right. Teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I just got out of high school.
Yeah.
I would say around 19.
Mm-hmm.
18, 19.
Sounds about right.
Yes. And we was like, we first met, we was just inseparable. Like, best friends, like, basically.
What was your role in Dwayne Reed? Let's get into that, because that's what made me to, ooh, I want that. I need that.
Well, I fucked that package up. But
Fuck that package.
You
ain't fucked the package up. The package fucked you up. Let's be clear.
I had a good role. It was actually, I was a skincare specialist. I think that's what they call it.
No.
They call it
Beauty advisor.
beauty advisor.
Get that right. Get it to that motherfucking tea.
Yes.
You advise beauty.
Yes, I was a beauty advisor.
Yes.
And
Tell me like a motherfucking second if you wasn't aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the time, it was Dwayne Reed.
Yeah.
And then what else I did? I did the cosmetic section.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I was a beauty advisor.
Consultation.
Yes, consultation.
Beauty makeovers.
And fucking commission like a motherfucker. Especially if
Commission.
commission.
Yeah. Commission.
Yes, commission. Making mad bread, about $1,000 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of money.
Right.
$1,000 check plus $500 on top of that. That was a lot. Like for a fucking 19-year-old.
Because you bring the customers to you. You figuring out what they skincare regimen is, what they this, that, and the third is, and you figuring out what they is, what they need that you got.
Right.
You got to fucking juice.
Right.
Are you trying to figure out? Okay, boo boo. Ooh, you need this. I got you.
Right.
You need some beach. You need some Avan. You need some La Rose Pastel.
Rose Pastel.
Like you need all these
Yo,
motherfucking brands.
I forgot about all of that.
And
wow.
When I met you, I was like, ooh. I was new to the fucking team. It was about a fucking 8 of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the last motherfucking standing. As I should be. But I was sad because like, ooh, rest in peace to all the dying people who wanted to get themselves fired or for dumb shit.
Yeah, I was.
But as soon as I met motherfucking April, it was like, ooh. I wasn't sure what I liked about you. But I know I liked you. At first, I'm like, ooh, I need that. And then when I started to get to know you, that was it.
Right.
Finito. And here we are, 33, 32 years old.
Yes.
And we're still fucking rocking. Like, friendship can happen. Maturity can happen. Growth can happen.
Definitely.
Is this on us? Is this if you are ready to grow with that person?
Definitely.
It's on a you basis at this point.
Definitely.
So we met at Dwayne Reed. He was a beauty advisor. I was a CSA / head bitch in charge / whatever you want to call me, but I was definitely in the mix.
CSA, what is that? CSA.
Customer service representative or some shit, whatever the fuck they want to call me.
Okay.
But I thought, mind you, my interview process, right? It was a group interview. Well, it was cute. I love that for them. I felt it.
Mm-hmm.
First time. But they liked it because I knew what the fuck I was talking about.
Right.
So they chose the second time, like, ooh. So you pick up on people who talking. Copy that. So I'm gonna talk this time.
Right.
President, I'm here. President, I'm here. So I'm gonna need you to talk to me because I'm here. I'm president. You pick me till you don't pick me.
Right.
So now I know I'm doing my fucking job. And that's what the fuck happened. And then they hired like 6 people at the time. They hired 6 of us at one time.
Do you remember management?
Unfortunately, I did. So, I'm mad. With the manager. About a lovely gentleman. I love that for him.
You lie. You lie.
I do.
You lie.
I love that for him. So, this lovely gentleman, first time I ever met an Indian person in real life.
Really?
To be honest.
It was mad Indians working at Dwayne Reed at the time.
That is their job. That is their thing. That is their gig.
Right.
Like Indian is their gig, and store manager is their gig. I love that for them. Amazing. However, I was confused. So he told me one day, no, the interview process I passed. I was confused why I was getting a second interview.
Oh, so he's the one who introduced you.
No, I was confused why I was getting a second interview.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, cool. What do you want to know? How can you anticipate my customers? I love that answer. I love that question for you. But I'm confused with your question. Excuse me? Did you speak to Mary? Did you speak to Anne? Did you speak to Julie? Did you speak to Felicia? Because I anticipate your customers. Because you don't know that. So you need to do your homework to figure out what the fuck I do here.
Right.
Okay? Because what we're not going to do is have that conversation. So, he asked me the question, and I looked at him like he was fucking stupid, as I should. And I was like, okay, what do you mean? How do I anticipate your customers? What do you mean by that? How do you bring them to a drain read XYZ? It's me. I'm going to bring them. And that was it. And he shut the fuck up.
As he should.
He got it together. He collected himself. And then he moved the fuck out. And then remember when we got Victor?
I don't remember Victor.
Victor was a motherfucking bitch. He was the head bitch in charge. Literally. He was here to hire and fire. That was his job.
I don't remember.
Anything else? He probably got him right after you left.
Okay.
Right after you like, adios?
Right.
Because I don't got time for this. I should have shoot shit with you, but I didn't. I was stupid. I was stupid at the time. I was like, ooh, I love Drain Reed. Pick me. I was a pick me nigga at that point in time.
You still young.
And it is what it is. But Victor understood who the fuck I was. Because when I met him, I changed my availability. I'm like, oh, okay, Monday to Friday, 7 to 3. This is what my availability is, because this is what Victor put in. No, I'm mad. This is what Matt put in, and I'm not changing it. This is what I am, Monday to Friday, because I've been here a long time. And 7 to 3, period. He was like, what does he do for my company? Asking Darlene that. The photograph. Remember Darlene?
Yes, I remember.
I remember Daisy.
Of course.
And Daisy and Darlene told him, calm it fucking down, because he does everything. He orders the milk, he does this and that and the third. Calm it down before you don't have him at all.
Right. As they should.
And he calmed it down, but then he told me to mop the floor. What the fuck do I look like mopping the floor? I'm young. Remember, I'm like 21. I'm up on one? No. Okay, cool. I'm off the floor, cool. I'm mopping the floor. Make it wet as fucking hell. As I should. Because I'm mopping the floor, right? You wanted me to mop. You get it specified. You get with a specific with how you wanted me to mop it. So, I'm mopping the floor. I was too wet.
So what the fuck? If you want it done, do it yourself. Like, the fuck? If you want it done, do it yourself.
Period. Because I was confused. So I supposed to donate because, you know, she was the shop stewardess at the time. Labels, unions. If you don't know what the shop stewardess is, it's the person who fights for you, for your rights. Okay, if you don't have shop stewardess in your store, if you have a fucking union, quit that job.
Right.
And get a shop stewardess. Because they fight for your job. They fight for you, literally. I've seen her fight nail and heel for people's jobs.
Right.
I don't fuck with her like that, but I love donating to the day. So, they let him realize, and then he realized by himself, who the fuck I was. And it's okay. People have to understand who the fuck I am.
Right.
I'm gay, I'm black, whatever.
Right.
Who is that kid? What does he bring to my table? Besides me being fabulous, I bring everything to the table. Like, you don't have to do shit. Like, I literally do pickups, I do this, I do that, I do returns, I do Western Union. I do it all. I've been taught it all.
Right.
So, literally, you just have to sit in the fucking office and look whatever the fuck you look like. Because I'm going to do it all. Before your night people come in, I'm going to do it all. So, when I want to do overnight, Victor, I'm doing overnight.
Right.
Period. 11 to 8 or 11 to 7, whatever the fuck they look like. Monday to Friday. I'm not doing the weekends. And when I want to go back tonight, when I want to go back to morning, move for the bitch, the nigga, whoever the fuck took my spot, move them back, because I'm coming back to the morning.
Right.
I don't care what the fuck you think, I'm coming back, okay?
Right.
I had a conversation with Victor, like, okay, so, oh my, that's boring, I'm tired of it, I'm over it.
Oh,
now.
so he was in there trying to just run shit, like, everybody's schedules, all that.
He tried to, but once you made it permanent, he couldn't touch it. And that's why I changed it right before, because we did not know who Victor was.
Mm-hmm.
Ahmed didn't even know who Victor was. So I put it in with Ahmed. I'm like, oh, okay. I need to change my availability. I need to change what it's looking like, even though I wasn't where they was, because it was years in. Like, they was 10, 15 years in already.
Right.
I was just like maybe 3-4 years in. I was cute. I'm like, ooh. But I was like the longest person besides them. So I'm like, I'm gonna request what the fuck I want.
Right.
So I want Monday to Friday, 10 to 3.
Right, and it's supposed to be
7 to 3. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And he abided by that. He looked at me, Victor. He questioned me, and then he realized what the fuck asset I was to the company and to him, because he didn't have to do shit.
Right.
And by him not doing shit, he realized, ooh, he's good. Don't fuck with me no more. Because you wanted to send me home, you wanted to fuck with me, you wanted to be the boss, you wanted to show your fucking range, and you know, you had dick, and you couldn't. Because what you're not going to do is overpower me, because
right.
I can't be overpowered, I'm sorry. I have the energy, I'm flamboyant, I am this, I am everything, I give.
Right.
And when I give,
you give.
I'm a want you to take. Because if you don't take, I'm sorry for you.
Right.
I'm sorry for you and your establishment. I'm sorry for you and your company. I'm sorry for you and whatever you're trying to give, but it's not going to give what I give.
Right.
Look at that already. So, with me giving what I give, unfortunately, you left. Happy with you. You went into bigger and better things. You went to motherfucking Best Buy.
Yeah.
Fucking selling TVs, phones, all this motherfucking shit. And that's when I met fucking Denisha.
Okay. So she lives.
Denisha worked next door.
Oh, she worked next door. Okay.
Remember the clothing store next door?
I think I remember the clothing store.
Ooh.
And they sold.
Hey guys, we back. So after Miss April left, Denisha came in. Denisha was right next door at the clothing store.
Dope ass girl.
That is my motherfucking boo. Like, as soon as I fucking seen her, she was fucking in as well. She was pretty and bad as well.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into, now that we introduced ourselves, now that we got into the fucking gauge of who we are as individuals, as how we met, what triggers you now? That may have triggered you from childhood. Like, might have triggered you from your younger years. Because a lot of people, a lot of adults don't get into that gig, and I don't understand why they don't get into what it is from then to what it is now. Childhood trauma is important to talk about. So let's get into that gig.
Well, I would say not. First of all, not knowing. Okay, first of all, being robbed of who I am. Period. You know what I mean? Like that's
say that
just
again, because people motherfucking hear you from the fucking back.
being robbed of who I am.
Who
as
you
a person.
are as a person, being
Right.
robbed from that. Okay.
Right, because as I was growing up, I really didn't know who my grandfather was on my mom's side. So technically, she was robbed of that or whatever. So everything was like basically a secret,
Right.
or whatever. So she grew up not really communicating or whatever the case may be. So as she was raising me, she really didn't communicate with me or whatever. So basically, I'm sorry, though.
Child, we about to bypass that and we about to be looped into this being ourselves and really being authentically ourselves and really understanding who the fuck we are and what the fuck we bring to the table, because a lot of people do not understand who they are. A lot of people be fucking finagling, fucking lying to themselves of who they are and what their essence is. Everyone has a purpose. I believe so. And everyone has an essence or an energy or a vibe or whatever that looks like for you of who they are.
Right.
And if you do not understand if you don't evaluate who you are, how can you become truly you?
Right. So basically, I go through a lot of things in my adulthood because of my childhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Childhood trauma.
Right. So I grew up, my mom, she's not a bad mom at all. You know what I mean? She been through her stuff as a child with my grandmother. And, you know, basically, you know, a grandma on drugs. She really didn't talk to her as much and stuff like that. So she grew up, like, basically surviving. You know what I mean? Instead of
survival mode.
Right.
Instead of living.
So basically, you know, I was raised off of, you know, the product of that or whatever. So basically, I grew up feeling like, and it affects me till today, like, you know, with me saying sorry all the time or me people pleasing and stuff, because I feel like, you know, I had to always say, I had to always apologize to my mom and stuff like that, because, you know, she was angry, so it was like nothing was ever really good for her. So basically it affected my adulthood, like, oh, I gotta do this for this person because it's gonna make them happy, you know, things like that. So what about your childhood?
Oh, so my childhood was me being quiet and mute for most of my childhood. So I love my older brother to death. He brought me out of my shell. He protected me. He was my protector. Even though my father's supposed to be my protector, right?
Right.
But he was my protector. Like, he showed me the ropes. He showed me what it is. Until it was my time to grow on my own. Right. But in general, he was the one who protected me. He was the one who fought for me. He was the one who was like, oh, you should not go after him because he's quiet, he's mute. Like, that's not fair. It's not fair for him. I'm mute because I don't know you. Like, I'm mute because I know I'm separate. I know I don't belong here, but I don't know where I belong. I don't know if I'm your kid. I don't know if I am your kid. I don't know what that is at that point in time. But I know I'm mute. And I don't know why I'm mute. I don't know why I don't talk. I don't know why it takes a certain person for me to talk, for me to really dig deep into what the fuck the gig is.
Right.
And for me, it's always been behind someone's back, someone protecting me, someone being my speaker, my motivator, my mute box at a certain point. And I'm happy I'm not there anymore. I'm happy that I'm able to
Right.
be loud, be proud, be who the fuck I am, who I was always supposed to be. But I would always thank my oldest brother for that energy, for that love, for that support at that time. He gave me what I needed to get.
Right.
He gave me what I needed at the particular moment. He pushed me, and then with the childhood trauma, me finding out I was adopted, definitely hurt. Definitely made me feel like I don't belong. Even though I always knew I didn't belong, I just didn't know how. I didn't fit into that triangle, or that circle, or that square, whatever the fuck you wanted, whatever the fuck you wanted to be. I knew I didn't belong.
Right.
And of course they didn't realize that. It's not that they treated me differently. It's just that I knew from jump this wasn't me. I didn't belong in this gig.
Right.
But who do I belong to? Until it was one day, I will never forget it.
Wait, and before you continue,
Okay.
Did they tell you this, or it's just a feeling?
I found out.
Because you asked, or?
I found out from a family friend. So every year for like 2-3 years, I got my eye blacked out from play fighting. I was a boy. I was a boy's boy. I was trying to be a boy's boy.
Right.
Whatever that was like. So every year I would always get my eye blacked out. So I was always looking at the gift for like one eye. Literally 3 years straight. So this dude named Brian, unfortunately.
The way you look.
Right. And with my facial expressions, there was the rolling of my eyes.
Right.
Only if you can see this, but you will see it soon. But yeah, it was Brian. So he was a family friend. Like I guess we grew up in church, whatever, like that. And we was play fighting, and just was another year that I blacked my eye.
Right.
And he told me, "Oh, you're adopted." I was like, "Huh? What are you talking about?" So I asked my mom. My mom directed me to my father, meaning you didn't confirm or deny, meaning you confirmed silently.
Right.
That I was adopted. Ask your father.
Okay.
So I'm at my father's, and I asked him, and I don't remember what answer I got. I'm quite sure it wasn't the answer I needed at that particular moment.
Right.
But you confirmed it to me by you telling me to ask your father. You don't remember when we asked you? I was supposed to remember when I was 2 or 3 years old.
Wait, so how did that conversation come out?
We was play
friend?
fighting. We was play fighting.
And that was supposed to be a joke.
I'm assuming it was supposed to be a joke. But of course I took it literally.
Of course.
Because that's just who I am.
Because you had that feeling already.
I already had a feeling, and it was just a literal conversation. So I don't feel like that was something that you joke about. It's not.
Right.
It's not a ha-ha moment.
Right.
Whether he was trying to do it as he was trying to spill some tea, or he was trying to do it as maliciously, I don't fully know. But I knew from that there's some truth in here.
Right.
I need to figure this out. Cool. So I asked her, directed me to my father, you're telling me indirectly you're adopted. And then you asked me, oh, you don't remember when? I don't remember when. You adopted me when I was 2 or 3. I'm supposed to remember that? I'm supposed to remember when you asked me, are you okay with this? No, absolutely not. What child is going to remember that? I don't know who.
Right.
No, I don't know who. So, of course I'm going to remember that. So, we went on, and the family separated. That's another trauma for me. Family, like, every relationship, like, I love that they're attached to their family. I love that they are in love with their family, they hug their family, all that stuff. But deep down inside, I'm jealous.
Right.
Because I don't have that. And as much as I would want that, I know deep inside, I would never have that.
Right.
Simply because of me knowing that I'm separate. Me knowing the steps that I took to try to find my family, and I could not find that. I did the application. I did the whole finding the agency thing. I know what agency I was adopted from.
Okay.
But they asked me, why are you looking now? It's been 30 years later at this point.
They asked you that?
Basically.
Oh, hell no.
And the adoption was closed. As it should be. Because most adoptions are closed. Unless the mother or the father wants to really another child, they'll leave it open somehow.
Okay.
But most of it is closed. So you will never get in contact with that parent.
Right.
Or if you do, they need to know why. Is it a health issue? Is it this, is that, whatever it looks like. And me, I just wanted to know. Like, I didn't want to necessarily know who the fuck she was. I didn't want to know what her life was. I didn't care. I just wanted to answer, why did you give me up?
Right.
Why was I not worthy enough of your love? Why was I not worthy enough of you taking care of me, you honing me, you pawning me off to your grandmother who could not take care of me because you already had so many kids?
Right.
Why was I not enough? Who the fuck was my father? I don't know who he is. So therefore, I don't feel like I have a father.
Right.
Like, I have one physically because he adopted me.
Of course.
But we're dealing with whatever the fuck we're dealing with at the particular moment. But I don't feel like I have a father. I don't feel like I have a father figure. I don't feel like I have someone in my life right now, a father figure who can mentor me.
Right.
And try to mentor me. And that's a problem. Especially for a gay man who's black. Because we're already dealing with a lot. And then for me to not know where it came from, for me to question my masculinity, for me to question who I am, it's an issue.
So that's the closest you got?
Closest I got was a letter I sent out. With the application I sent out. But she didn't do her part to give me that information. Whether she was dead or alive, I just wanted to know that. I know my last name. I know, if you see me, my biological name is Holder.
Right.
I started going by that. I started found that out. I felt like at first I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna try to fucking see. I was being spiteful to my family. As soon as I found out my birth name, I solidified Holder as my name for Facebook. I'm gonna keep Holder. I know they felt the type of way.
Right.
Because technically my last name is Blake.
Right.
But I knew they felt the type of way, like, ooh, who the fuck is Holder? Wait a minute, hold on. Like, we raised you for 20-something years of your life. XYZ, why are you changing to Holder?
So let me ask you, your adoptive parents didn't know any information?
My father, I don't feel like he knew. I don't feel like he cared to know. I feel like he was just a man, it is what it is.
Right.
He did not care about my mother, my biological mother at all. He was not part of that situation. I feel like my mom kikied way back when they was on drugs, did this, did that, and then my adopted mom got right, while her husband got right. So they was fit to be parents at that particular moment. So my adopted mom gave me away to them, so they were fit to be parents. So friends make friends, whatever that looked like. And I guess I'm assuming it was a closed adoption. So my father didn't know. My mother, at first, my first initial acceptance of it, she was dead. I didn't accept that. Because you didn't tell me when she died, how she died,
right.
What that looked like. I didn't know she died. So you tell me she's dead, but there's no answers, there's no nothing of that.
Right.
But then you said, I think she died.
You're not accepting
I'm in it for you to be no.
Right.
I'm in it for you to be sure. I thought she died. I don't need a half and half. I don't need that.
Right.
Because out of 16, 18-year-old boy, I need answers. I don't need assumptions. I don't need I think. I need a I know. She's dead. Here's her headstone, here's this, here's that. We can go if you want to.
Right.
Because now you know. Now you're aware of what it is.
Right.
Instead of treating me like a boy, like, I'm not aware. I'm aware. So what are we doing now? And they never transitioned to what are we doing now? And to me, that was a problem. To me, that was the disconnect. To me, that was, you didn't give a fuck about my... So, I definitely felt like they didn't give an effort. They didn't care. Or they didn't know how to care. So I can't fully blame them. Like, as an adult, I don't fully blame them. I blame them for everything that did not change that I addressed as an adult.
Right.
I addressed the not being met. I addressed the not knowing my parents, my biological mother. I addressed you not caring, you not trying to care, you not giving effort. I addressed you not necessarily being okay with my sexuality. Let's call a spade a spade. You're okay with it. You knew as a mother, of course you didn't know. I would hope you would know. But as a father, and going to a black father is completely different than going to a mother of any race.
Right.
Because a mother is supposed to know. You're going to know, like, oh, he's more feminine, he's more this, he's more that. I kind of figure it. I want his confirmation, absolutely. But I know deep down inside.
Right.
A father, he's going to neglect it, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. And my father wasn't horrible by me. Like, I've seen horrible fathers who dealt with the coming out, dealt with the neglecting your child, dealt with that. I never dealt with that. God bless.
So, can I ask you, you knew when you were a child
that I was gay? I always.
Do you feel like your childhood trauma affected
no.
that?
No, not at all.
I mean, because I've had gay moments.
As you should. Because I feel like no one's completely straight. As much as you want to be, you're gonna have gay moments, you're gonna have gay thoughts, you're gonna have gay intimacy moments, you're gonna have something that your same sex is gonna do better than something else. I'm sorry, but as far as I witnessed, a man can suck a dick better than a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know what they like, so they're gonna do what they like. It's a trained thought.
Well, I know my childhood probably affected me being, because I had a couple of, a couple of
woman friends. Yeah.
Close to family. You know what I mean? Like things like that. Like
came close. So do you feel like that? So you feel like that affected everything in terms of your childhood? Like do you feel like those experiences affected who you became today?
Probably, yeah. I would say that, yeah. Because I had a couple of experiences with women, or I would say girls, when I was a child. Yeah.
When you was in that experience,
I liked it.
You liked it. But did you initially like that? Did you initially like that, or did you grow to like it?
I initially liked it.
Okay. I love that for you.
I love that for you.
So, you initially liked it. You kind of knew what it was, but you wouldn't. Of course, you didn't know what the label was. You didn't know what the title, what it is was. You didn't know what the gig was, but you knew that you liked your feeling, right?
Yes.
So
but was it right? I don't know. You know what I mean? Because it was an older cousin.
Let's talk about it. Okay.
older, not really my cousin, but my sibling.
Older family member.
Right.
Who decided to experiment with you.
Right.
And you you liked it. You knew what you liked, and it felt good at the time.
Right.
And then after growing up, after the experience ended, because I don't know how long it ended, I don't know how long it durated for, because of course, unfortunately, with these type of things, it could be a month, it could be 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever that looked like for that person. Long. But after that, how did you look at that situation and evaluate, like, did I really like it, or was that just the moment? How did you figure that out for yourself? And how did you figure out that was eventually wrong for yourself in the moment?
I mean, I wouldn't say. I mean, I'm kind of at this point. I'm kind of numb to it. Like, I don't know how to feel, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I know when I see that person, it's awkward as fuck.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I'm attracted to women now, but sometimes I'm in the mood for it. Sometimes I'm not. Like when I'm getting dick down. Like
you get dick down.
I'm getting dick down. Like you know what I mean?
Dick down. Like period. But do you feel like that affected how you feel? Like do you feel like you always attracted to both, or do you feel like this different hands you being attracted to both?
I think I'm attracted to both. I would say I'm attracted to both. I have a preference though. Like
I love a preference.
Yeah.
I got a preference to everything.
Yeah.
So what is your preference?
Oh, what is my preference? Well, guy or girl?
In general, like what is your preference for a person to be in your motherfucking face? Because your face as motherfucking
Yo, I can't.
Important. So what is it to get in your motherfucking face?
Wow. At first, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Like they gotta look good as fuck. But
right. Appearance is everything, as it should be.
But I've come to terms that looks is not everything. You know what I mean? Because
can we repeat that? Because a lot of people in the back don't get what the fuck you're saying.
Looks is not everything.
Looks is not
everything.
Every motherfucking thing.
Because
at all.
If that's the only thing that you can offer,
bye.
Then I can't. I'm not with the shits. Like I'm
period.
Not, because I done had ugly. I done had cute. You know what I mean? And ugly done treated me like shit. Choked me up. Yoked me up. Like you know what I mean? And I guess the same shit. But you know what I mean? But it's not all about looks. If somebody treat me good, then that's what I'm going for. You know, quality. Are you gonna be the man of the house? Are you gonna lead?
Are you going to lead?
Lead, right. Are you going to accept my package?
We want leaders.
Right. We
want people who's mature, who's gonna accept.
Right.
Who's going to understand what we went through. And we understand what they went through.
Right.
We want someone who's gonna be open and honest.
Right.
That's all we want.
Right.
If that's not you, fuck you.
Right.
Goodbye. Adios. Hasta luego.
But how do you feel about like say if you meet a person or whatever the case may be and they tell you one thing or they show you one thing and then all of a sudden like they whole fucking persona start changing, or like you start finding shit out down the line? Like how do you feel about that? Like do you feel okay, what the main question that I want to ask is, do you feel that it's fair to know certain things when y'all first start out, or do you think that it's okay to learn it down the line?
Oh, that's a loaded question. Okay, for me, I definitely, if you're open and honest, it's the best way for me. Because I know you're genuine. I know you're not trying to bullshit me. I know you're trying to be as authentic as possible as you can be. You're not showing me your fucking representative.
Right.
I don't want to know that. I don't want to know who the fuck you're representing. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not in the courts. I'm not a judge. I'm not any of that.
Right.
I am me. I'm Kimi. I am authentically me. I'm going to show who the fuck I am. I'm going to show my good side, my bad side, my flaws, my clinginess, my controllingness, my attachment, whatever that looks like for that situation.
Right.
So for you to indulge and tell me who you are and be authentically who you are, I value that. I love that, and I love that you can tell me that in the beginning. Because now you're giving me a choice to choose.
Right.
Even though you might not want me to choose.
They're not making that decision for you.
you may be scared for me to choose because you're like, ooh, you're gonna tell me this and I'm gonna walk away.
And I might lose out.
But that person who has whatever that situation can be, whatever their demons or their situation or their life situation is that they have to live with, can be the best person for you. And you're missing out because you're scared.
Right.
Because you don't know, because you're
not confident in your situation.
Because you're not
confident in your situation.
Because you're not confident in yourself.
Right.
You're not confident in your growth. You're not confident as a man. You're not confident as a father, as a motherfucking person to understand what they're trying to tell you. You're not trying to listen to what they're trying to tell you. And that's a lot of people's issue. That's a lot of people's situations and relationships.
Right.
So, for me, like just recently, like the person I'm talking to divulged some great information to me. And I'm like, ooh, thank you for telling me that. Like,
right.
It meant a lot for you to feel like I was important enough for you to tell me that you felt enough for me to tell me that. You didn't have to. You could tell me later.
Right.
I would have been fucked up for you later. But you was comfortable in yourself. You was confident in yourself to know I'm good with them, without them.
Right.
So I'm giving you this leeway because I'm giving you that choice. I'm giving you that choice. But I know who the fuck I am. I know what the fuck I bring. I know how fabulous I am as a person. I know who I am as a person. And with all the trials and tribulations that a lot of people have, the situations that they unfortunately could be put in, and they don't know who they are, they're still that bad bitch, they still know who they are as a person, it's a turn on for me. And it's like, ooh, whether you're black or blue or black, sick or ill, fabulous or not, broke or has money, whatever that looks like.
How do you feel about that? Broke. How do you feel about that?
Ooh. Okay. So for a broke nigga.
Yo, I can't.
Let's call a spade.
Okay.
For a broke, like, I don't look at numbers. I don't look at financial. I never looked at that. I never was impressed with that. Like, you can show me you have Balenciaga, you got this, you got that, you have money.
Right.
Ooh, you're shaking the table. Karma, I don't, and that doesn't turn me on. That doesn't do anything for me. Because at the end of the day, I need to know who you are as a person.
Right.
Your money and as a person is completely different. So if you're broke, that's completely fine with me. But as long as you have a job, as long as you're going towards something.
Now,
if you're broke and you're not going towards anything,
okay.
After Legos, goodbye. I don't have time. I'm 33 years old. About to be 34.
Right.
I do not have time for the games. I do not have time for the tricks you're trying to play.
Right. If you're trying to come up with
me,
like
the this, that, the ooh, she got money, he got money. I want to live off of him. I want to be great. Let's be fucking great together. Absolutely the fuck not.
That's the fact.
What we're not gonna do is support a broke nigga. Can we say that again? What we're not gonna do is support a broke nigga. Completely. So as long as we know what our mantra is.
Now, wait. We can't say that, King.
Okay.
We could support a broke nigga as long as he's working towards
something.
The man being the man of the house. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I could.
But do they have to really be the man of the house? Can they just be equal? Are you be okay?
Can it be? Of course. But if you willing to be by my side, accept my package, I got 2 kids or whatever the case may be, and
that's not a package. Let's be clear, that's a gift.
Okay.
That's a gift that you give to the world.
Right. If you
so they're lucky that you get to see their kids.
Right. If you
they're lucky that you know that you get to fucking know that you have fucking 2 kids. Okay?
Right. If you and then you willing to
I don't like the word willing.
Okay, so what you want to
I understand the word willing. I understand it. But I don't like it. I feel like it's a negative.
So what do you prefer?
I feel like if you Oh. If you enjoy that I have two kids, if you love that I have two kids, that you are passionate that I have two kids, that you are accepting, well, not even accepting, because I don't give a fuck what you accept, but if you are adult enough to deal with a woman with two kids,
right,
then we're on the same page
right.
at that particular moment.
And not for nothing, King. I'm okay with being by myself, but
Hello.
I do. Honestly, I do want a man to lead. Like, because I feel like a man should lead. You know what I mean? Like, he is to take the wheel, you know, not saying make the most money, because sometimes women make equal amount or more.
Hello?
Or whatever the case may be. I'm talking about mentally.
Say that,
you know
though,
what I mean?
because
Like,
women be acting like they can't fucking leave. They can't fucking make they can't motherfucking make the bacon. Like, this is not the fucking 18 motherfucking 20s and the fucking 2022. So,
well,
women can fucking leave.
You know
Women
what
can be the
I
head of
say?
household. And men need to fucking fall the fuck back and
raise an
follow.
empire. I would say raise an empire.
I love that.
You know, I would say, like, if you can't make the decisions right now, can I make the decision?
Right.
And vice versa. You know what I mean? Like, can we go from there? Like, make in you know, just, you know what I mean?
Can we come together?
Right. Right.
100%. So, while we in relationships, and I'm single as fuck, because niggas ain't shit. I'm talking to someone, so who knows what that look like. I'm hoping for the best. I'm ready. I'm a hopeless romantic. I am for a nigga. I'm not for the streets. Like, I'm better for the streets.
You know what, King?
The streets is cute.
I'm
and
sorry.
It's cute.
I don't wanna stop. I don't wanna like interrupt you.
Right.
But I feel like that term, men ain't shit, like, we have to stop saying that. You know what I mean? Men ain't shit. Like, we have to stop saying that.
Okay.
Because don't look like that.
No, let's go there.
Don't look like that.
Let's go there, because I'm ready.
It's like, basically, it's like we're manifesting that. Or, you know, the people that we come across, you know, yes, they not shit. Yes, they ain't shit. But there are men who are shit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And the shit. You know what I mean?
So it's like, so that's my experience.
Mm-hmm.
I love that you said that. I love that you put me to the cross. You told me, like, nah, we're not gonna do that.
No,
because
I don't think
because some men can be shit.
And some men
can be shit.
And I don't think, because if a man was to be here and be like, oh, women ain't shit, I would correct him too.
Absolutely, I just
and you know what I mean, because there are some shitty women, there are some shitty men.
Hello,
but don't let that determine
or define who you are or what you're looking for in a person.
Right.
Don't block your blessing.
Right.
Before you get your blessing.
Exactly.
100%. I 100% agree with that.
Right.
Thank you for correcting me. Men still ain't shit. However, comma.
Okay.
I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with we put this preconceived notion of this person that we dealt with, or these people that we dealt with, these individuals that we encountered.
Right.
Dealt with them or not. What do they look like for you?
Right.
That we encountered. They have half of me, quarter of me, half of me, 3/4 for me, 5/8 for me, whatever that look like for you. whatever that percentage is okay. Mm-hmm. But I definitely feel like not all men are shit. Some men are wonderful. Some men are great. Some men are attentive. Some men are emotionally there, emotionally connected, are secure. I'm gonna say this again. Are secure in their masculinity. Because a lot of men are not secure in their masculinity.
Can I
Please
can I stop you there?
Please do.
Right. Okay. You know what I've noticed? You know what I've noticed?
Ooh, what you noticed?
Like, when we meet somebody, right? we automatically like, oh, the chemistry is there, like, oh, he's fuckable, or however you feeling, like, oh, I'm gonna marry him one day, or whatever the case may be. But you know what I've noticed? That sometimes the people that you encounter is not supposed to be romantically, you're not supposed to be romantically involved with.
But
like,
how do you decipher that?
Huh?
How do you decipher that?
Because it's like how y'all started, like he's a really good friend, like he's a good person to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and sometimes people don't leave it there. Like, they like, oh, I gotta fuck him.
Right.
Or I gotta go. You know, it's okay to date a friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but you have to, that's where the time comes in. Like, oh shit. Like, let me spend time with him. Let me not jump into bed with him, because maybe this could lead somewhere else.
Right.
Than it leading to intimacy. You understand what I mean? Like, that's what I've noticed with, and that's why I say you can't say men is all it ain't shit. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, okay, was y'all supposed to be here to begin with, or y'all was meant to be friends, or y'all was meant to deal with each other on a certain level? You understand what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. No. See, that's where I'm sorry comes from.
We get in this is a fucking thing. Don't fucking say sorry. Yeah. But that's some of shit. Like, for me, I never compartmentalized it. I never put it in shit compartments. I never bag it up. I never put it, see, ooh, this is that, this is that. I get where this and that is. I understand what this and that person is. I know what it is now. But back then, ooh, I was for the fucking streets. Like,
I wouldn't say that, Pete.
Ooh.
Don't say that.
You know the stories I told.
But you see, that's where the childhood trauma come from. Because it's like, why did you feel, why are you for the streets?
I was for the streets because I didn't have that in my house. I was growing up. And then I ain't ever thought.
Right.
Tiara Marie. Perfect fucking example.
But that's what I mean, is voice.
I don't know. I guess we can put that in child control. I don't like putting it there.
Well, in my situation, I would, because I've dated.
Absolutely.
I've dated men, and I felt like, oh, I have to have sex with him because he's gonna leave me for someone else, because I have abandonment issues.
Abandonment issues.
Right.
I can agree with that 100%. I can agree with fucking a nigga, and I did not want to fuck him at all. My intention was not to fuck him. My intention was not to be intimate with him. My intention was not to fall in love with him. My intention was not to do any of that. And why did this kept? It happened. And I never realized at that moment why it happened. Mm-hmm. But I was trying to keep him. This part of the kept, like my ex. Like my ex ended up being whatever he was. I'm not going to disclose that. Mm-hmm. But I felt like I was going to keep him because he loved me. Because he couldn't find someone else. So he needed me. Mm-hmm. Even with everything that he dealt with, even though the death of his mom, the death of this, that, and the third, I felt like I was in control. I felt like my pussy was out.
Oh.
With that.
I did that too. And you know what that is? You know what that is, King? And I hate to interrupt you, because my child's father, like, I knew he wasn't shit from jump. Why did I think that I was gonna be the one to change him? Who fucking knows? My fucking childhood trauma or whatever the case may be. But I didn't come to the realization until I got older, until my son got older, that he really wasn't shit. Like, this is him. He's not shit.
You're not good.
You know what I mean? Like, y'all could have went a different route. Y'all could have been friends, or however y'all situation was. But me, I'm like, oh, he not gonna do that to me. I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, so I completely understand where you coming from when you say that.
So do you feel like, I guess we both realize we can't change a man. Unless we want to change a man, we can't.
No, absolutely not. You can't change anybody.
So, for you in your relationship, what have you disclosed to your man? What have you disclosed to that special, amazing someone who's rocking you world, who's making you happy? Because this is the happiest too bad. I'm happy for you. I'm excited for you. I'm just in awe of you and your relationship. But what have you disclosed of him? Disclosed to him of like deal breakers? Like have you gotten into that conversation about like what is acceptable, what is not acceptable? Have you laid down boundaries of what you want to accept, what you want to accept, and stuff like that? Because I feel like that is important in relationships, and a lot of people don't do that because it's so taboo. Because I feel like when you say that, it's automatically making the relationship end, and it's not. You're just telling the person what you don't accept. You're telling the person what you're not going to accept, what you don't like, what I'm not going to tolerate. See, so it's either you deal with that or you don't, or you don't, and then that's it. But that was your choice, because I showed you what I accept, what I'm dealing with, what type of time I'm on. We can come to a conclusion, to a medium, but I'm not going to negate how I feel.
See, but that question is tricky because when you say the things that I'm dealing with, or the things that you are triggered by,
right? Triggered. I love that.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, say if he has a female friend or something like that, and I'm not with it. I don't know, like, because I mean, it still affects me till today. I don't know if he's gonna do something with the female friend, or if he's just her friend. And am I triggered by that because of the things that I went through in the past?
Right.
Or is that a deal breaker? So that's just something that I'm dealing with like now, you know?
So can you navigate behind that if you know the dude, if you really entrust in that dude? Of course it's gonna take a while to entrust in that dude. And yes, the dude needs to understand it's going to take a while. It's gonna take a while that I'm gonna trust you. It's gonna take a while that I love you. It's gonna take a while that I put my all in you. But when I get there, can I really entrust in you to not fuck up? So can you really entrust in him to know that that female is just his friend? He don't want anything tied to her besides the friendship. And that's hard for adults. Especially, I don't know why it's hard for adults to just have friends. But it's hard for adults to realize that there's people before you and after you enjoying your relationship. It's going to be people. It's always going to be someone involved. And when you realize that, then you realize who the person is. And once you realize who your boyfriend is or who your spouse is, then you don't necessarily have to realize who they are. You can realize, ooh, they're hot. They're smart.
Right.
They're for the street. Or they're Christian, they have a boyfriend, they have a husband, they got a wife, they got a whatever they look like. So then you know them a little bit, but you know your man, so you know that he's not going to do that. Right. Like, he really loves me, he really adores me for me, like, he really makes time for me, like, he makes the effort. But if you really understand that your husband or your spouse is not making the effort, when do you have the conversation to yourself to realize that it's not working, or you're going to have these insecurities? Or what do you realize that he's doing everything that he needs to do for me to be okay, for me to have a peace of mind?
I feel like I'm working towards that.
Okay.
Learning how to trust him, and there has been times where I said, I don't want to do this because I'm not ready. Okay. Because sometimes people could blame and accuse and stuff like that because of the past,
right? And
they don't know how to really get to know the person. Their brain is not even functioning. So I gotta learn how to trust that person because they so fucking hurt.
Yeah. So the hurt, the pain. So the hurt, the pain, the anger, the confusion everything leads to
patience.
Patience. I'm gonna end here for now. So patience is key to every motherfucking thing. So if you don't have patience, you can't really live your life. You can't indulge in any type of relationship, whether it's platonic, whether it's relationship wise, whether it's incest, whatever that looks like for you. You can't get into anything without patience. So once we get to the patience, where do we go from there?
The question is, how much patience should a person have? Like,
because I'm not gonna say niggas. I'm gonna say people. People be trying it. People be acting like you're supposed to be fucking Superwoman, Superman. Are you supposed to fucking deal with every fucking thing? Oh, I got this problem. I got that problem. I'm sick. I'm ill. I'm broke. I don't got a big dick. I cheat a lot. I got emotional issues. I got this issue. I got that issue. So what the fuck you want me to do with you?
So the question is, how much patience would you have, and what would you have? What would you have patience for?
I'm gonna get a drink on that. So
you need more orange juice?
I think I had a little bit, right?
No, I drank all of it.
Hell no. Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I need some orange juice because this was cute. But to answer your question, I definitely feel like me now. I mean, then is a different person. I'm gonna show my brother. I'm gonna show me now. I definitely feel like patience is a virtue, but if a person shows you who they really are from the jump, and you really know the person is really being authentic, patience can go longer than if you know that they're bullshit. Like I've met many niggas who was in Africa, who was in this, that, and third, who wants a green port, who wants a passport, who wants this, who wants coins, who wants tokens. I'm not paying for that. You're a grown-ass man. Why the fuck you not paying for that? Or you're just a nigga who's just emotionally disconnected. Like like my friends with better friends. I like this nigga. Like I wanted to date this nigga, and he wasn't perfect. Let's be clear, but he was everything I needed at that point. Was I ready for a
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
Was I ready for a relationship? Probably not. I probably wasn't fully there yet, but I was almost there. But I was ready to be in a relationship with him. I liked him. I enjoyed his company. I wanted more. And it was a mess to me. It was stupid of me to want more, knowing that we was only friends with benefits. We was only fuck buddies.
Right.
Even though we was doing more fucking more benefits than friends. And that's the misconnect that a lot of gay people in my community have. Where it's like, people say friends with benefits, but people say pansexual. Like this dude today. Talk about he's pansexual.
What is
don't
pansexual?
know what don't know what the fuck pansexual is. So how the fuck you don't know?
Is it pansexual like you fuck women and men?
But no, it's more you fuck energy. You like energy. You like energy of the person.
So that would be
not
bisexual.
Not quite bisexual. Like
no, bisexual is women
you like
and men.
You like men and women for their sexual attributes.
Okay.
Pansexual is you like the person for the energy. It doesn't matter whether it's man or woman. You just like the person for the energy.
Okay.
It can be confusing.
Do you believe in that? I mean, no, I get it.
Like energy. I've talked to a few people who dealt with energy, and I was confused the fuck about the energy. I was like, I don't know if I have good energy or bad energy. One person tried it. I blocked his ass because he tried it.
Okay, but when you say energy, like what energy? Because first of all, people's energies is on and off all the time. Second of all, if that person's energy is not on point one day, what you gonna go fuck somebody else who energy was the same as they energy? Like I don't understand. Like what's going on?
That part. I don't think they understood. So the second person, I spoke to him like a few days ago, and I was confused. So I was like, okay, so you didn't hit me up. We were supposed to go on a date, quote unquote, whatever the fuck that looked like. And he literally told me he was trying to find himself, but didn't tell me. So you didn't answer me the day we were supposed to go out on a date, which was like after Pride. You didn't see me on Pride. You didn't hit me up after Pride. You didn't hit me up until I hit you up. But you trying to find yourself? But you gonna tell me that? What the fuck find yourself is? But you seem like you was okay because you wanted energy. I'm confused. And then blocked me afterwards. After I told you about yourself. It's like this dude who was like a headache in my mind. But like another person, like, you know how you always have someone who you're always gonna have in your life, whether you want it or not? Whether it's to act like my pastor. He's always been in my life. I don't want him in my life.
Like a baby father.
Not
a baby mother.
Baby mother, baby father, pastor.
Right.
Stripper. Whoever would that look like?
Right.
That special person in your life who you can't change. You don't love them. You have love for them, but you don't love them. You're not in love with them. Right. You don't want them anti-intimate of your life.
Right.
But they're always going to be in your mind. They're always going to be like, oh, I hope they're okay.
Right.
Kind of situation. So, me and my ex, this pastor, we had this conversation, and I was confused because she was talking me spicy. But she had a whole man. And I'm like, you got a whole man, boo. I understand you want me. I understand you had a Kimi light, you had this light, you had that light. And it didn't get what it was supposed to get. And now you have a whole man. I want you to be happy. I don't want you to be tied up on me, because I'm not tied up on you.
Right.
As much as you want me, as long as you want me open, you want me wide, you want me whole, you want me in you, you want me in your mouth, whatever that looks like.
I can't.
But you want me, and it's okay. It's okay to want me. It's okay to have the urge. It's okay to have that passion.
Right.
For me. But I'm gonna need for you to talk to your man. I'm gonna need for you to have those conversations you have with me with your man.
With your man.
Because I'm not going to break up your situation. I'm never been that type.
Shit.
I don't want to be that type. Like
because you got a lot of people who don't give a fuck, son.
And I was there at one point. I didn't like at first. Until the date, to be honest, if you're in a relationship and I know you're in a relationship, I probably won't fuck with you. But if I don't know and I find out,
right,
I'm gonna fuck with you because I don't give a fuck. Or if I really just don't give a fuck at a particular moment, if you really get me at a weak moment and I really just don't give a fuck,
it's all about vulnerability.
Fuck your man. Fuck his situation. Fuck his position that he think he has. Because you're in me every night. You have me on all fours every night. You have my whole throbbing every night.
And that's why it's important to be healed before you get in any situation.
That part. You have to be healed. You have to do your homework. Like, literally, after my relationship, I've done my homework. Like, Iana helped me. As much as I don't like Iana Van Dan, I don't know why.
Ayala?
Ayana.
I like her.
That is my motherfucking bitch. That is my motherfucking mother. She is fucking everything.
Yo, I can't.
As much as you might not like her, as much as she might be fucking gutter throw, she might call you fucking gutter rat. She might go there with you. Mm-hmm. Because you're there at that point.
But you have to.
So she's going where you are.
Right.
You have to realize that. You're not where she is. So she's going where you are. If you're in the ghetto.
Right.
She's gonna go to the ghetto. She's
gonna meet you with the ghetto. She's meeting you she's meeting everywhere where they at.
If you kinda healed, she's gonna go to the healing process.
That's a fact.
If you healed, why the fuck are we here?
Right.
And that's the question to ask you. Why are we here? If you healed, if you know everything, why are we here?
Why are we here?
Why are we here? Why are you on my TV show? Why are you in my presence? Why are we here?
Right.
Because you're not healed. Mama, Papa, you're not healed. You're not there. And thank God I've gotten to a place where I understood who I am. I understood my power, I understood my presence, I understood my aura, I understood who I came. Blake.
Holder.
Is. I understand who my essence is. I understand who I am as a gay black man. I understand what hold that has on me. I understand what insecurities a lot of men have against that. Like, not for nothing. Like, niggas be fucking afraid of me in the fucking streets, and I don't even fucking know them from a fucking can of paint on the fucking wall. Like, niggas be scared to have big girls be around me because they feel like they gonna fucking bust me. And how? I'm not that type. I'm not living that life. I don't want pussy at all. That's not for me. It was cute at once. I almost had a child at once.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
My first woman, my love of my life at that particular moment, who I thought was the love of my life, but I understood that was not love at all. That was toxic traits.
Toxic.
That was toxic. So, toxic motherfucking masculinity. Where we are with that? Like, how do we understand what toxic masculinity is? How do we identify it for you? Where are we with training our niggas or teaching our niggas or understanding where our niggas are toxic or where we have toxic where we have toxic traits? Because we all have toxic traits, but where do we understand where we need to change or where they need to change?
Well, what's your definition of toxic?
Good question. Toxic for me is niggas who is selfish, for one. Controlling. Niggas who feel like they are the end all be all, and they're not. You're not. You're not.
Right.
You are not. I can live on without you. Completely. Niggas who really feel like their dick is immaculate and it's just really just give what it gives. Niggas who are not emotionally equipped, that like is numero uno for me. Because if you're not emotionally equipped.
Okay, so are we going in a relationship route or are we just saying like people who are like men who are toxic?
Just in general, because if a man can't cry, what the fuck can they do? What the fuck are they leading? What the fuck are they honing in? Who are they in charge of? If you can't fucking cry, if you can't really build yourself, or you can't really tell your emotions, if you can't really feel your emotions, who are you controlling? In general. Like, it's sad that in our society...
I mean...
Yeah.
Because you said that toxic comes from... So you saying that toxic is coming from men who doesn't have emotion.
100%.
I think that would be narcissistic. I think toxic is someone who's over emotional and who is overly insecure.
So can we do the insecurity chart? Can we go there right now? Or you not
first?
ready?
No. Let's do toxic first.
So you feel like someone who is overly emotional? No, overly not emotional?
I mean, because I say that because
that was your experience.
Well, my experience and what I've witnessed in other people's situations. Because I mean, I would say, because think about it. Like, if you have no emotion or whatever the case may be, like, that, I mean, and I don't even know if I really even believe in narcissism either. I just feel that, that people are, how do you say, what's the word for... like someone who's very defensive.
Insecure.
You think that's insecure?
Yeah. Well, you're overly defensive, you're insecure about something. Whether you know it or they know it, you're insecure about something. Because you're overly defensive.
Well, that's true. That could definitely go in the same category. So would you include being overly insecure with toxic?
Absolutely, because that's a toxic trait. Because an individual, especially a man's man, or whatever kind of man you are, I would assume you will have the balls to know who you are and the balls to be who yourself. And when you're not yourself, when you feel a type of way, when you feel a type of way, when your female friends have, with guy friends over who are gay, and you feel a type of way about that, it doesn't say something about the gay friend at all. It says something about you, because simply you are not physically or emotionally equipped to handle that situation. And it's okay, Papa, if you're small, you're small. If you're big, you're big. If you're insecure, you're insecure. Whatever that looks like for you. I just need you to get together. Because I don't want her. I'm going to be here with you, whether you're here or not. You need to understand that. And a lot of men don't understand that. Like, not for nothing, me and my best friend, one of my best friends, are having a situation where her significant other felt the type of way about me being here, felt the type of way about me gardening and planting seeds and stuff like that. I'm sorry that you feel that type of way. I'm sorry that you feel insecure about your masculinity, about your presence in the home. But, however, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here because I am who I am. And I am who I am because I am who I am. I came. I'm going to be came. I'm always going to be came. You knew who I am. And you're going to know who I am. So whether you like it or not, whether you're insecure or not, that's your problem at this point. It's not a her problem. It's not a me problem. So when you figure it out, you figure it out. But I'm going to be here with you or without you. She's going to come to me with relationship situations with you or without you because we're best friends. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about dick, pussy, and the rainbow. We're going to talk about the in-between, the out-between. We're going to talk about that because that's what is important with us. She needs to have an outlet in her relationship. If she doesn't have outlet, she feels stuck.
Mm-hmm.
If she feels stuck, you lost. Because there's nothing you can physically do, mentally do, emotionally do to keep her there. Because she feels stuck. Because she needs another opinion.
Why do you think... I mean, because a girl could say that she has a gay friend, like,
right.
1,000 times. Like, why do you think a guy would feel so insecure about it? Because he's not secure about his sexuality?
Younger me would go that far.
No, go that you.
No. Younger me would definitely go that far. Mature me would definitely be like, he's not secure in his masculinity. Let's be clear, he's not. But I feel like it's the fact that it's still a guy, so he still feel like in a way a guy can be changed. And sweetheart, I'm gay because I'm gay. I'm not gay because I chose to be gay. I'm not gay because it was put upon me. It's not gay because it was a voodoo spell. I'm not gay because I'm like, oh my gosh, today, I'm gonna be gay. I chose dick today because I wanted it. No, I'm gay because I was born to be gay. I was grown up gay. I am who I am because I am who I am. I was born gay. I 100% believe in born gay. Yes, you can have experiences that can lead you to be gay. You can have, unfortunately, molestation or rape, all that stuff that can lead you to that aspect of life. But that doesn't negate the fact that could have been your calling from jump. I may misled you there. They helped you, whether they helped you or not really helped you, but they helped you down that path. Whatever that looks like for that person. But I definitely feel like you're born gay. You're born gay or you had an experience with rape that led you down that path. But for a straight person to be threatened by a gay person is baffling to me because, one, how dare you? Get in our business, get in our team. Because we're having a conversation. You're not in it for a reason. Because you're over there. You don't do what you don't do. And that's that. And she has to talk to me because I'm her sounding board. I'm an end all be all. And it's okay. I'm here for that. That's what I signed up for. I just want for straight women to fully understand what we deal with. Fully understand the attributes and the pain that we deal with. Instead of just having us be like a pet, like a side gig. Because a lot of gay men, for straight women, are a side gig. Like, they fuck with them when they fuck with them. When they want to talk about their man issues, but then we'll be talking about our man issues. It's quiet, it's silent, it's ooh. I'm confused. Why is there silence? Why is there, ooh, why is there, ooh, I don't know. Why is there that? But we're here for you 100%, 1,000%. But you can't even be here 50%. It's a confusion for me. And it's a confusion for a lot of gay men. But overall, I definitely feel like for straight men who are insecure, get your dick up. Get your stroke game up. Get whatever you need up. But know that I'm going to be present. I'm going to be here. I'm going to know the tea. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to know it because she needs an outlet, and that's not you. It can't be you because she can't talk about you to you because you're not there yet. You're not adult enough yet for her to talk about you to you. Because that's a hard shit. That's a hard shit to swallow. That's a hard pill to swallow. When that person talks about you to you, about your flaws, about your insecurities, about your inability to grow, or about your inability to whatever, when that person tries to talk to you, you become defensive regardlessly. Whether you like it or not, you become defensive. So when they have a conversation and you're not available, they're gonna go to their best friend. And nine times out of time, if it's a guy, they're gonna be gay. And you're gonna have to look out that. But no, and faith, they're not gonna touch their gay friend because their friend is gay.
Right.
Gay. Gay. Right. They like dick. They like ass. Whatever they like. Whatever top, bottom, birds. Whatever they are, they like men. They're attracted to men. They want a man. They want a man's comfort. They don't want you. And a lot of men feel like gay men want them. I don't know why. I haven't figured it out yet because I feel like most gay men feel like they are the cream de la creme. They are the NLB. Are they like all the shit? They're not. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're not. You're really not that. You're really not it. You're like, if a straight woman do not want you or back, we don't want you.
Right.
We want a straight man more. Nine times out of 10, if a finest man is dating a straight woman, depending on the gay man, depending on the gay man, they will try you. Right. They're going to try you. Because you're open, you're honest, you're trying to be whatever, and I feel sorry for you in that moment. I do. Because a straight man should never be tried. I wholeheartedly believe that. But I wholeheartedly believe if you give them an ounce, they're going to take a lead.
Right.
If you actually interested, they're going to want to fuck you. They're going to want to fuck you, bend over, suck a dick, whatever that looks like. They're going to want to know the tea. And they're going to get to know the tea, whether it's from you or whether it's from your girlfriend. They're going to figure out what the fuck you back, what you're working with. Or if it's weak, if it's strong, if it's big, if it's long, if it's thick, if it's short, if it's cut, if it's uncut, what that shit look like. We're going to know. So, be intentional with what connections you make.
Right. If
you are homophobic, God bless you. But fuck you. Because at the end of the day, it's 2022. We don't have time for your homophobia. We don't have time for your judgment. We don't have time for any of that. Or if that's the life you live, kudos to you. You live a short life, a small short life. But you live a life. But for the men who are secure with their masculinity, who are secure with their woman, who are secure with their relationship, and a whole, who do not feel like they can be replaced with a gay man, because they cannot. They want dick, we want dick. What are we fighting for? Make it make sense. It's not making sense. It's not adding up for me.
Right.
So, at the end of the day, if you are secure with your masculinity, If you're adult enough to have that conversation, if you're adult enough to be like, okay, she's chilling with her best friend now. She's chilling with her gay friend now. I can come back later. I'm gonna come back whenever I come back. I'm cool. Or he can come over. He can come to the graduation. He can come to this, that, and third. It's cool. I'm not worried because I know what I bring to the table.
Right.
I know that she needs me for something or what does that look like. But for you to be threatened by me, it's sad for you. Ultimately.
Right.
I feel sorry for you. I can't help you. Because you fucked me. You said fuck me. So at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know what to tell you. Whatever she chooses, I'm here for it.
Right.
Because I'm her best friend. I'm going to always root for her, whether it's with you or without you.
Right.
So know that. Be present. Be present. Be present in your relationship. Be present in your marriage. Be present in your situationship. Be present. Present is everything. Awareness is everything. Knowledge is everything. Knowing who you are and what you want at that moment is everything. If you don't know, I don't know what to tell you. I apologize. I'm sorry. But I'm going to need for you to get together. I'm going to need for you to grow. I'm going to need for you to know what it is.
Right.
Because it's 2022.
Right.
So what are we doing now? So we got over talked about masculinity. We got over childhood trauma. Let's get into relationship tips. For the people who's getting into relationships, for the people who've been in relationships who kind of rocky, they don't know what they're reaching for. What are they reaching for you?
A husband.
Hello. Let's step to that. Sit. A husband.
A husband.
A husband.
And,
yes.
When I say husband, I don't mean just the title.
Hello.
Like, I mean the actual role. Like,
but do niggas really know that role? When they sign up down the line, when they sign that check, when they put that money for that wedding ring, but for that wedding, do they really understand what a husband is? Are we mentally trained to know what a husband is? As a black person? Or how do we learn that? If we know how do we learn that? How do we learn that?
Needs. You know what I'm saying? Getting to know what a person needs mentally. Mm. You know, how could you feed that person? And we're not talking about physically
at
feeding.
At all.
We're talking about soul feeding. Soul feeding.
Nah, because if you see the video, when you see the video, Deadass, like, soul is it. Like, soul feeding is essential.
Mm-hmm.
And niggas don't know they don't know how to fucking spell. They don't know how to spell fucking soul. And it's sad. It's S-O-U-L. Soul.
Right.
But they don't know how to spell it. They don't know how to pronounce it. They don't know how to touch it. And they just know how to touch your whole, quote unquote.
Right.
If you even touch that. If you even touch that. And that's sad.
I have a question.
I love questions.
Suppose you were in a situation, right? Mm-hmm. And you feel that, well, you either you're ready, either you're not ready, or the other person is not ready. How would you make that? Like, would you make that decision off rip, or would you stay in that situation? Like, how would you go about that?
So let me put my Dr. King's cap on real quick. For me, I would definitely have the conversation.
With your significant other?
Conversation, or whoever you're dealing with. It don't even have to be your significant other. It can just be a fuck buddy. Mm-hmm. Just trying to make significant other. It can be just a friend who you want to move into the physical with. It could be just someone you're talking to, that you need to have a conversation with. It needs to be the heart to heart. It needs to be like, you understand me, I understand you. And for me, I definitely feel like if I'm having hesitation to being ready, it's not gonna work. Because you know from up rip, if you're in it or if you're not. If you're feeling or if you're not. Like, if you're having hesitation, they can sway you. 1,000% they can sway you. But you knew deep down inside
You wasn't ready.
it was something
Or
that
you
was like
knew
right
they wasn't
there.
ready.
I wasn't that you wasn't ready. It was just something that they probably had going on that you wasn't too comfortable with. You wasn't too keen with. It wasn't something like, ooh, I don't know if I can deal with that. Like, that was a deal breaker for me. And I want to continue to be a deal breaker for me. I don't want to change because for you.
Right.
For me to change. So I definitely feel like the conversation is key. I definitely feel like knowing yourself is key. I definitely feel like you knew from jump if it was gonna work or not.
Right.
But if you gave that person a chance, meaning that deal breaker wasn't 1,000% what it was, like you still felt like, ooh. But if he didn't did it that much, but he didn't do it with me, it's okay. I feel like that, like, there, but he didn't do it with me, it's okay. If we had a whole wife over there, it's okay, because I think that he's coming home with me. He's coming to spend weekends with me. He's coming to spend time with my kids. So it don't necessarily matter. So we're not seeing it like that. Because he's still present. He's still present, he's still here. In terms of it being like, he's just there, and it's like, fuck you. He see you when he wants to. Then it's like, ooh, you fucked up. You didn't do your homework. But if you have the power and the energy to really navigate the situation, it's in your hand. You got the pussy. I got the ass. But it's like, once you have the power, once you realize your power, once you realize, okay, I don't like that, but I'm making it over it, then try it. If you really can't get over it, then it is what it is.
Right.
But then you realize how strong you are as a person. You realize what your strength is, what your real deal breakers are, or not. Because it changed after a while. You can say, ooh, I can't be cheated on. But in a relationship 5 years down the line, you can be cheated on as long as you don't know the person. Or as long as they don't have kids on you. Or as long as this, or as long as that. Like, whatever that situation is. Or you can be the person who just can't be cheated on. Huh? Oh, I got it. So it depends on like what that situation is for you.
Right.
But I don't know. For me, I feel like.
So what's the deal breaker for you?
In this climate, in this lovely weather, and COVID 2022, I gotta say, deal breakers is a motherfucker who cannot motherfucking communicate. And number one. If you don't have emotions, if you cannot communicate, if you're not cry in front of me, goodbye. If you don't have a job, goodbye. Any type of job. I don't give a fuck what job it is. If you're making 5 hours a day, 50 hours a day, as long as you're making something, as long as you're contributing to your life. Not even my life, but your life. Because I don't need a sugar daddy. I don't need someone to take care of me. I've never been that type of person. Like, I've always wanted to be that type of person. I always want to be taken care of. But I don't need to be taken care of.
I think that's every female.
What?
Because I would want,
every person.
Yes. No, I wouldn't say every person. Because, but you're...
Yeah. We can say every person, so... No, but literally
I'm
every person.
sorry.
No. But I feel like niggas want to be taken care of, too. I feel like, not necessarily the way we want to be taken care of, but I feel like a nigga want to be acknowledged. They want to be noticed, in a way. If you know what I mean. Like, they want to be acknowledged. They want to be like, oh, I see you. I see you wearing a hat. I see you wearing a fedora. I see you popping out. I see you trying to be confident. I see you trying to be this. I see you trying to get a new job or a job.
Okay, I think that's
so.
Every
I feel
male
like a person.
And female. Yeah, because I don't think that a man wants. I don't know. Like, I don't know if a man really. I mean, I think he wants to be stable, of course, right. But I don't think that he wants to do everything on his own. What do you think about that?
That I don't know. I definitely feel like. Ooh.
That's
we get into it. I definitely feel like a man is conditioned to be strong.
That's it.
So I definitely feel like a nigga or a bitch or a female or whoever relates to a nigga, relates to the independency, relates to and the RBO, relates to I get on my own, I don't need nobody. I be person I pray for you to get to that part. A lot of people do not. I pray for you at least one time in your life to get to that part. Because most people are depending on people, whether it's relationship, whether it's a place to stay, they're homosexuals, they are in it for the money, they're just in it for the connection, they're just in it for whatever they look like. And I feel like relationships are hard. But if you, again, let's go back to if you know who you are.
Right.
You'll be fine. If you don't know who you are, you're lost. You're a lost puppy, and you need to find yourself. But do the homework, do the math, do the research of wanting to find yourself, whether you completely find yourself or not. Because I took 32 years for me to literally find who the fuck Akeem Blake Holder is. And some people can say that's sad. Some people can say, yes, bitch. So it depends on what crowd you're in.
Right.
So for me, I'm happy that it. Of course, you're gonna feel sad that it took you that long, or it took you quote unquote a number. But once you get away with that number, once you get past that number, once you really realize a number is not really shit, it really don't mean nothing at all in terms of a life, but in terms of a relationship, it does. Because I'm not gonna be 33 and you're gonna be 26. I'm not gonna be 33 and you'll be 21. What am I teaching you? What are you teaching me at the end of the day?
Right.
You're not teaching me nothing. Like, boo boo, I'm sorry, you're too young to rise this ride.
Right.
And you have to be okay to understand that. It's not a diss, it's not a pass, it's not a nothing. It's just we're in two different lanes at a particular moment. And I don't want to deter your lane by putting you in my lane. I don't want to go you up too fast.
Right.
Where you're doing shit that you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to still be a kid. You're still supposed to drink. You're supposed to party. You're supposed to do this, that, and third. You're supposed to be out there in the street. You're supposed to be a hoe. You're supposed to be.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. 21. You're supposed to be a hoe. You're supposed to live your life to the fullest. Legs open, ass open, let everything open. And you're supposed to be that because you're learning what you want. You're learning what you accept and what you obtain. And without you learning that, you won't learn anything. Without you having that knowledge, without you having that training, you won't learn anything. So learn that, better it.
Right.
Learn that, but teach yourself, ooh, I learned that. I learned I can be open as fuck. I can be tight as fuck as well. I can be decisive as fuck. I don't want to fuck you. I can be good as fuck. I can be a bitch as fuck. I can be all that. I can be tie me the fuck up. I'm all that. But you're worth it.
Right.
But once you realize that you 100% are worth it, 100% are that bitch, 100% are that nigga, 100% are they, them, whoever you categorize yourself as, be that. And once you realize that, you are set up for life, literally for life. Because everyone cannot get to there. Everyone cannot get to that promised land. Which is sad, but it's true. They can't.
Influence plays a big part too. Like whoever you have in your life, I feel like you helped me out a lot as far as getting my confidence up. Like, and it's good to have people by your side telling you all the time, like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, you look good. Like, or, you know what I mean? Like, or
there have been many instances
right
where my sis April had not felt like she was the shit. And I was confused, like, how? What you mean that when you see the video, how? How could you not feel like you the shit? I was confused, like, cause literally, if I was a female, if I was born with a vagina, I would literally, like, I would be on the train, running, and I would be fucking nigga, because I know I'm that bitch. I know my power and my pussy. I'm the pussy I would have. I know the power
You see what I mean?
I know the power of the walls I would have. I know the power of the juice I would have. I know the power of the essence I would have. I know that power. So, with me knowing that power, or with me knowing the power now, I know the power of the nigga who I absorbed. I know the power of the nigga who I'm like, ooh, I need to see that. I'm intrigued with that.
Right.
Or, like, with the nigga now, like, he deal with a lot of shit, like, trust and believe. But it's something about him, it's like, I gotta see what it's like, though. I'm not completely sold out. There's something about him that I like. There's something about him that I'm intrigued with. There's something about him that is special. There's something about him that is important. There's something about him that I... Fuck.
That's where I'm at, and I'm in a whole relationship.
I don't wanna do all that. Cause I'm not. But there's something about him that I definitely am surprised about. Within his comfortability, within his opening up, within his vulnerability. Like, niggas don't be vulnerable no more, and I'm confused with that. Like, I can't deny, I can't sugarcoat it. I can't act like a hard nigga. I can't act like a dog or whatever the fuck you want. A trade. I can't be that. I'm not gonna be that. I'm gonna always be who the fuck I am. I am a gay nigga who is in touch with his feminine traits, who is still have masculine traits. I'm completely in between. I am not in day completely. Sign me the fuck up. But I know the importance of a black man telling his story without condition, without pedicure, without judgment.
Right.
And it is so pure to me. It is so important to me. It is so fulfilling to me. Where I gotta know the story. I have to know the ending. I have to finish the story. I have to at least do halfway of the story. Whatever that looks like to me. I have to know what it is. Because you brought me this far. Like, you opened me up. And you allowed me in to a point where I didn't expect.
Right.
And for the person I'm dealing with now, it's like, I really did not expect what he showed me to be what it is, to be tea.
Right.
And it's like, ooh, how do you deal with that? I've dealt with it before. It's just like, I know what he is, but how do I go with it forward?
Right.
Now knowing, not knowing after I fall in love, but not knowing when I just met you.
Right.
It's a whole different conversation with yourself. It's a whole different conversation with that person. It's a whole different conversation within us. So kind of
Now,
where do we go from here?
right. That's where I go back to, um, you know, what category do you? Because men put us in categories. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely do.
So it's like, okay, what category do I put him in? What category would you put him in?
I don't have a category. To be quite honest, I don't have a category because I'm not ready to categorize him. I'm in a place where I am confused. Because it's still new to me. Where he is in life, where how open he is in life, is so different to. It's such a dichotomy to where I was to where I am now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like in this relationship, I would grow. Whether it would be negatively or positively, whatever that looked like, I would still benefit from this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I can't categorize him because I don't fully know him yet. I can't categorize the relationship yet.
Right.
I just know the person and what he told me. So, for me, what I guess I expect out of the relationship would be continue to be honest, continue to be open, continue to be free. Wherever that leads me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if I'm uncomfortable with it. I'll see if I'm okay with it. I'm see if I can grow with it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm not like we had a conversation about sex. As we should. Because
Right.
at the end of the day, we're both men. We both have urges. We still both have needs that need to be met.
Right.
And conversation is so taboo in any relationship. Which I gave it straight. I don't understand why. But especially in a gay relationship, it's so taboo. So we had a conversation like, ooh, you like that, I like this. So when do we get a medium kind of thing? So it's up to you to get that medium, or it's up to you to like,
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. It's a choice, but as long as you have a choice. Well, once I feel like I don't have a choice, everyone ends up making a choice. That's not going to be beneficial to you, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be beneficial to me. It's going to be beneficial to my brain, my healing, my struggle, my me.
Right.
So, in any relationship, have a point.
Mm-hmm.
Have an objective, have a objective of why we're getting to this together. What is your point? What is your purpose?
Right.
What is your intention
Right.
of getting into whatever situation you are in now? If you have not thought about that, we don't need to be together. We don't need to be together.
So what's your intentions, boo?
I feel like I'm talking about a lot about me.
No.
We need to get about. We need to get into the tea about you. But my intentions would be.
Don't do that.
My intentions would definitely be. Know who you are. Know who you are in and out. Be confident in who you are in and out. Whether you are ugly or pretty, know still you are the baddest bitch in the room. Have that confidence. And confidence is key. And I never knew that until I became single. And I'll tell you why. I never knew that because I've always grew up, for me, the ugly duckling. For me, the ugly person always is part of the room. Because you had a Loke, who was my older brother, who light skinned,
Oh, please.
color eyes, everything. He was like the epitome I'm like, what it is. Like,
I remember when I used to like light skinned
bagged dudes.
niggas.
He bagged females, period. And there was nothing to it. And then you had Omar, who was dark skinned, chocolate, succulent, everything
I
still.
can't.
And it's like, I'm not either of them. Where the fuck do I fit in?
But who said that that was it though?
But that was told to me. Until I realized that wasn't it. That wasn't completely it. But when I realized, oh fuck, we really want to go deep there. Because in my relationship, not for nothing, I was insecure. That's why I didn't last. There was many reasons why I did not last. He was a cheater. He was insecure. He was all of that. But to take accountability for myself, I was insecure.
Mhm.
I did not know who I was. I did not know what I brought. I did not understand how handsome I was, how succulent I was, how pretty my skin was.
Absolutely.
And that was a detriment to a lot of my potential relationships that happened. It was a detriment because I didn't realize who I was as a person, which was sad. But I'm happy I realized it when I got older. When I realized it when I knew it was the right time.
Mhm.
And so after that relationship, of course, I watched Ayana with that. I watched my life from front to cover. You cannot tell me nothing about her. I do not fucking know. Literally, I studied her because I seen her story. I seen her background. I seen the fun marriages. I seen the failed parenting.
Right.
Like, parenting is so essential, but I feel like here you can't be a parent. You cannot. As much as you would want to be a parent to that kid, you physically cannot. It's physically not gonna allow you to not parent that kid. But once I realized who I am, what I bring, the struggles I've had, the flaws I've had, the mistakes I've had as a teen, in terms of getting arrested, going to jail, doing this kind of third, in terms of fighting for my life, fighting to be heard, fighting to be in the hood, even though I knew the hood wasn't it, but I wanted to be accepted, learning, wait a minute. You're literally, I can't blame. You're literally an octopus at this point. You're literally like one of a kind.
Right.
And once I realized I was one of a kind, after my relationship, after realizing like, ooh, I need to do homework. I need to really figure out what the fuck I like, who the fuck I am.
Mm-hmm.
Who is I can. Because I don't know who the fuck I am. Once I realized no nigga can control me, no person has control of me, no nigga can tell me what I like, how I like it, what eggs I like. I probably like it 10 times over, and this time the third, if they want to fire me. They can't do nothing because I literally own myself.
Mm-hmm.
And once I got to that point, it was literally over in terms of the growth, in terms of everything. And I'm so happy. I don't want to necessarily get to my goals because I feel like they kind of know it already.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get into your growth. I want to get into the bag of you starting as Rainy, you starting as a beauty advisor, you starting as makeup is everything. In terms of you being a mother of two, in terms of you telling these niggas, this is what I want, this is what I expect, this is who I am. And the niggas getting in line, or they're not getting in line. And that's okay. But niggas understanding, this is April now. I'm meeting a new April. And this is that it's either I get with it, or I get lost. And unfortunately people got lost, and that's okay. Okay, that made you stronger. That made you who you are today. That made you an intricate of the society. And with you growing, with you understanding who you are, it inspired me. I don't know if you knew this inspired me, but you inspired me. On so many occasions. In terms of my confidence, in terms of knowing, even though you don't feel like you that bitch, I have to remind you that you that bitch, but it inspired me to know who the fuck I am. It inspired me to know, even before my last relationship, even with the person who was the pastor or the person who was the blood / crap who was for the streets. Even with those relationships, it taught me or showed me I need love. I need genuine love, and I wasn't getting that at that particular moment. And I can't front ever since I met you, I received that. And then when I met my best friends, fuck you. Fuck that, but I feel like once we really got into the tea, like once we really got into who I am as a person, you changed me so much where it's like, it's night and day. Like your confidence, whether you believe it or not, like you have problems, like you know who you are. You act like you don't because of the niggas that you fucking deal with, but you know who the fuck you are. You know what you bring. You know your essence of your womanness. You know your essence of just the person you are. Your heart is key. Your personality is key. Like April as a brand is key. And it definitely helped me become who I was. It definitely helped me become confident in who I was. I came being a human, learning who Buttgate is, learning the acronyms, learning the whole society of gay. Because I still don't know that. I'm still learning it now. I'm still uncomfortable with it. Fortunately, but unfortunately, it is what it is. I can't help to be uncomfortable with a male who's more feminine than I am. I can't help that. I want to help it, but I cannot. But learning myself, like learning what I actually bring to the table, learning how precious I am as a person. Do you know how precious you are? Like you're really that bitch. And you act like you're not. You act like, ooh, I'm sorry, I'm this, I'm that. I apologize, but
you know,
I only fuck with bad bitches. I only fuck with females.
But you know what I noticed though? A lot of people are very offended by things.
That part, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like me, I feel like sometimes I have to dim myself down or I'm sorry. Not like that. No,
go there.
Nah.
No, go there because it's true.
Because
you dim yourself down because
people get offended. Like, you know what I mean?
But
like
why do you feel like people get offended while you dimming yourself down? Why do you feel like you can't be great and they be great?
No, I feel like that, but they don't, obviously.
But why do you feel like that? Why do you feel like you have to dim yourself down? Why can't you be April, but they can be Sam?
Because I guess I had a business. Now I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, not saying that I don't give a fuck.
No,
I just stay away.
No,
I don't.
You don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck, and I stay away from a lot of people. And
I'm here for
sadly,
that. 100%.
Sadly, I lost a lot of friends for that.
Is it really sadly?
But I mean,
is it really sadly?
I guess
let's get into that game. Because friends are friends if they want to be friends. If they're ready, if we're in the same mindset of growth. Like, not for nothing. Because she's spilling tea 3 hours in, basically. I have like 3 friends that I held friendships that I hold deep down in my heart. I mean, there's one friend I knew since high school, Giovanni. She was my un-all-be-all. Like, that was my BFF. Like, that was my boo. And I never understood why we broke up. I never understood why we did not be friends anymore. And now I popped up at a job. She worked at a big job at the time. She told me to pop up. She was take it off. I don't know what that looked like for her. Me popping up. I don't know what that looked like. If she stepped up from me because of that. But again, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to give a fuck at the time. At this point, I don't. But at the time, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt where she was young and she did not know how to stick up for herself or whatever that looked like. So I did nothing wrong. I didn't try to rob your bank. I didn't do anything suspicious to your establishment of your work. I would never do that. My heart would never be in that. And you should know me as that person. I've never changed. I've always been the same. I've always been this giggly, sensitive person. I can have a heart of Siri. I can have fuck you nigga. I can have all that. But deep down inside, if you really know me, I'm soft. I'm spongy. I'm emotional. I am fuck. I am like literally a teddy bear. Like I'm squishy. Like I literally would do anything for that friend, for that person, for that nigga, for any relationship that I have. But I'm always the person starting it. I'm always the person initiating it. I'm always getting out of that. And I told like the person I'm dealing with now, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with the me starting first. I'm not dealing with the me putting myself out there first. I'm not doing that. Because by me doing that, I've always been burnt. I've always never felt special. I've always felt like a nigga did not care about me because I've been out first. And I'm never dealing with that again. So, always care about you first. But be okay with being emotional. Because emotion is sexy as fuck. And niggas are so scared to be emotional, and I never understood why, but it is so essential and it's so pretty to see a nigga cry. It's like literally you letting me in, like, oh my god, he's hurt. How can I fix that? Instead of you always being hard, it's like, ooh, he got an attitude again. He's mad again, but I don't know why. What do we do with that?
Right.
Not a fucking damn thing. So, I'm gonna tell you this. Until we get into our next topic, until we get into monkeypox, all that stuff. Dudes. For you. Not even for me, fuck you. Because I don't have time for train niggas. I don't got time for deal niggas. I don't got time for people in the closet. I don't do that. I don't want your bitch. I don't want girls. I don't want that. Okay? To be clear, if you're not comfortable with that, if you don't understand that, understand me now. I do not want females. However, females will always be pretty to me. I will always shout them out. I will always give them love. I will always make sure that they are comfortable, confident, and elegant in their presence. Because if you're not confident and comfortable in their presence, it's a problem. You mean that you're not doing your job. So you're mad at me because you're not doing your job.
Right.
That's a you problem.
Absolutely. Because
I'm doing my job. I'm supporting my friend. I'm here for my friend. I'm letting her know that she's a bad bitch. Whether she look like Miss Scoosha or not. I'm here.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm here for my bad bitch. I'm here for that. I'm here for my friend. But y'all niggas not ready for that.
Not.
Because y'all feel like I want to fuck her, and I don't. My dick do not get hard for her. My dick do not get hard for you. Because I'm attracted to you. I don't want you at all. At all. Not sorry. But for people out there who are confused or need advice about their relationship, I definitely feel like have the conversation 100%. Let that person know how you feel and how you need to be and what to be addressed. If they cannot cope with that, if they cannot get with that, they will not right for you.
Right.
And you will cry for a little bit if you love them. If you don't, it is what it is. Fuck it. But you will cry for it, but you will understand how strong you are as a person. And you understand for that next person what they need to bring and how hard they need to bring it. For me, I need to be wild at this point. I need to really feel like, only I never witnessed this before. For me to literally give my all, or give some of my all to anyone.
Right.
Because if you're not doing that, what are we doing? Because I refuse to go in a circle. I refuse to waste my time. I refuse to waste my breath for a person who's not worth it.
That's right.
So we went on this shit for like two and change. So let's get into Monkey Box. It's gonna be a short segment, but I feel like it's an important topic that needs to be had. It's an important topic that we are dealing with now. So, what do you think about Monkey Box?
What is it exactly?
So ultimately, it's a rash, but I feel like they put it on the gay people, and I'm confused why. They gave us a label, like they gave HIV like they gave us HIV label. They gave us being black a label at this point. Like they just keep putting a label on gay people, but where is your information? Where's your tea? Because
like they don't be injecting people.
How are we responsible for monkeypox? Right. I need to tell you what we know. So what we know is May 2022, monkeypox evolved. It came. It appeared.
In May.
In May 2022. So it came from the UK. So we know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So individuals would travel links to Nigeria. So it came from Nigeria, supposedly. They said COVID came from China. Supposedly. But we're not Chinese people. So make that make sense.
Right.
So, in my opinion, monkeypox is just like chickenpox. You take it as a thing. You scratch, you itch for a little while, get over it. So how is that a gay
thing?
Disease? Is what I'm confused with. It's not attracting to my mind. It's not giving me what I need. So how do we go forward from here? So let's get into the signs of what the gig is, what monkeypox is. It's a rash, supposedly. So you're gonna get fever. You may get fever. You may get a headache. You may get muscle pains or backaches. You may get that. You're gonna make chills. You may get congestion. You're gonna make rash look like pimples. So you may get a rash. That may look like pimples. May look like this and the third. You may have monkeypox. You may need to get checked out. You may need to do your research to figure out what that look like, what that is for you. Because everyone is gonna be different. You may not get rashes and have monkeypox.
But what does that have to do with the gays? Like
I still never figured that out. So fuck whoever said it's a gay disease, because quite as it kept, HIV is not a gay disease. HIV is a disease
that affects the immune system.
But it's 9 times out of 10 converted by trained men who fuck men and women. Who are undecisive.
Right.
So it's not me giving it to him. It's him getting it from me. And for being real. And for being consistent with being honest. It's him getting it from me or he has it already.
Right.
But he doesn't know because he's scared to know his status. But you may get rashes and blisters for weeks. It lasts about 2 to 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Where that's the time period where you would eventually get whole again, be yourself again within the 4 weeks, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the time that they gave us. If you have it, isolate yourself. 100%. Like be your best friend. Watch movies, listen to TV shows, but be by yourself because it is highly contagious. It's just like the chickenpox. So as easy as you have an itch, I touch you, bam, now you got it. Now I got it. Now we both got it, and we're both sick. We don't need that. So if you feel like you're itching, you're scratching, stick to yourself, get tested, figure out what that is, and do your homework. So you're not transmitting it to the next person. So this chain of command does not continue. Because we want to eventually stop it. So, what is chickenpox? Or like, what is that? Because we don't want it to be like HIV, we don't want it to be like AIDS, we don't want it to be like any of these deadly diseases that's been transmitting and that's been around for years and centuries at this point. We don't need that. We don't want that. So it's up to you to make that change. Because we did our part, we did our studies, we protected ourselves, but what are you doing for you?
Right. My question still remains, how the hell they get it from a fucking gay community? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
They don't know, I don't know. So at this point, it's free for all.
Because it's not sexually transmitted.
At all.
So what the fuck are they talking about? But anyway.
Why is this cat?
Anyway. Okay.
If you want to be honest. Like, HIV is sexually transmitted, but it's not. But I definitely feel like...
It's really not. You're right. It's not.
I definitely feel like if you're healthy, if you do what you need to do, you can live a long life. Like HIV is not a death sentence. HIV is not the end all be all anymore. And I love that for the people who are living with that, who's challenging, conquering that journey of that discovery of themselves.
Right.
Because it's hard to live with that. It's hard to acknowledge it. It's hard to go in your brain like, ooh, I wake up every morning and like, I have that.
Right.
Who's gonna love me if I don't love me? But once you have that self-love, it's over. Every and anything. It does not matter who, what you are. If you love yourself, it is completely over for your life. So we really got into some things. We got into relationship. We got into monkeypox. We got into
childhood trauma.
And toxicity.
Yes.
I'm gonna admit, I have toxic traits.
Everyone has toxic traits.
We all have toxic traits. But I feel like it's to us to... We can never diminish it necessarily. We can never make it go away as much as we wanted to. But we can have a hold of it. We can cope it. We can soothe it. Well, with us soothing it, have you done your homework to retain that toxic trait in you?
What's your toxic traits? And
my toxic trait would definitely be being needed.
And you talking about relationship?
Being needed.
Relationship-wise?
Or person-wise. Being needed. I've always wanted to be needed. I've always aspired to be needed. I've always put myself in a position to be needed.
Mm.
Not that they needed me, but I've always wanted to be needed.
Mm.
And I realized that that's not healthy. That's not essential for my being. It's great to be needed, but it's great to them genuinely wanting to need you.
Mm-hmm.
Genuinely wanting to want you. Genuinely wanting to need you.
Right, right.
Instead of it being kind of forced.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely one of my toxic traits. My other toxic trait would be, at least like that, I know what I am now per se because I haven't tried it out. But jealousy, I'm jealous as fuck.
Oh yeah.
I can be jealous as fuck.
Definitely.
I can be that nigga like, where the fuck you going to? Who the fuck you talking to? Why you talking to that nigga do not want me.
Me and you got the same traits.
He wants me, so he's scared that since he can't have me, he wants you. He don't want me to have you.
Mm-hmm.
He don't want you to have me. I've been in that situation too where his best friend low-key wanted me. I thought he did it, which was cute. And then secretly, I was at a party, and niggas was trying to talk to me, but I told him, no, I'm with somebody. I was completely transparent. I was completely open. I did not want you. Like, it was whatever you was. But I was not looking for you. I was not checking for you. I did not want you at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I had a man, 100%. But he was jealous, and he tried to break up our relationship. And I go back to the insecurity, and I go back to the toxicity. I go back to a lot of situations. In terms of, like, niggas not really understanding their power and their essence.
What do you think about baby mothers and baby fathers getting back with each other because they have a child together?
Ooh, that's cute.
That's
I love
cute.
that for them. I love that for them because I know the pain it takes to go back to an ex. I know the pain it takes to realize or to think to yourself, I can only be with them because I have a kid together. Because I want my family to have a family. I know that pain. I don't know it wholeheartedly because I've never fully been in a situation where I had to fend for my kids, fend for anything, but I can just imagine that pain. Me being the girlfriend to a lot of female friends, and a lot of people who have kids, a lot of people who dealt with that situation. I can just feel the pain of that person trying to make it work for that kid. But not for them, not for that relationship, not for anything. So my opinion would completely be different. Because I completely believe in divorce.
Right.
I completely believe in, if you are not happy, go get happy.
Definitely.
Do the work to get happy, whether that's getting help, whether that's therapy, whether that is a new relationship, whether that is finding oneself, whatever that is, finding one kid, whatever that looks like for you, find your own, find your G-spot, find your inner peace. Because if you don't, it's going to come back to you. It's going to haunt you. Like, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be your full self. You're never going to fully accept that person because you can't accept yourself because you don't know your full self.
Right.
Because you never allowed yourself to know that part. So I completely, wholeheartedly believe in someone breaking up with someone because they're not right for each other. They're not in cohesive manner with each other.
I agree.
They're not on the same page. They do not drink the same tea. Whatever that looks like. I'm wholeheartedly believe in that, but I believe in having a relationship that still derives around your kid. Because that's all that matters at that point. it's your kid. It don't matter if they like you, she like you, he like you. It doesn't matter with that relationship at all.
Right.
That needs to be the last part of your brain. You may love that person, but they don't love you. And you have to be the adult to get that. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, and it's hard as fuck. But you have to be adult enough to realize that the only thing that matters at this particular moment is my kid.
Mm-hmm.
And being there for my kid. And then this generation, opposed to my generation, I feel like that's lost. And I feel sorry for the kids. I feel sorry for the single parents. Because they didn't necessarily ask to be single parents. They should ask to be single parents. You have to take accountability for your actions, whether you like to or not. You have to take accountability for who you slept with, who you got pregnant by, who that person really is. Because at a certain point in time, you realize who that person is. Whether you're out of a relationship or in a relationship, you realize who that person is.
Right.
Wholeheartedly. And it's up to you if you, ooh, I like that still. Or, ooh, fuck you. Who the fuck are you now? I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. I don't want to know who you are. So it's like, I'm literally learning you. I'm not wrong. What is detrimental to your kid? It's detrimental to the growth of yourself. It's detrimental to the growth of the person that you're with. It's not benefiting anybody at that point. Because I feel like if you're not happy, you can't let them know that you're not happy.
Right.
I'm at a point where, and we need to be at a point where we can't sugarcoat nothing anymore. As much as you felt like they was precious, they don't need to know. They're grown, like I'm grown and they're not. I feel like they know more than we perceive.
Mm-hmm.
And they may not be your goal. That may not be what you wanted for your kid.
Right.
But that's what happened. That was his reality, and he walked past. He realized what the fuck it is. He realized, ooh, they don't fuck with you. They don't fuck with each other like that. I don't know why. I'm not gonna ask why, because I'm not old enough, and I feel like I'm gonna get cursed out if I ask. Because how they are as parents.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm beginning to realize why you're not with him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not happy why you're not with him. Because I'm still with my father in my life. But I don't know how to have a conversation or a relationship with him and still have a relationship with you.
Mm-hmm.
Before either of you feeling a type of way about it. And that's the relationship. And that's the conversation that really needs to be at the forefront of any relationship that does not meet the criteria of moving forward, the criteria of actually growing together, like criteria of marriage. If it does not lead there, they all don't. It is what it is. But if it does not lead there, you have to be adult enough to have that conversation for yourself, for understanding, and for your kid.
Right.
So they're not lost in the sauce of hopes and dreams of the parents getting together. And I'm sorry, people, but they're not. They're not going to get together. They're not going to rekindle. They're not going to have this magical reappearance.
Right.
Because they're two different people at this point. And especially when they try it again. Because it's never right after. They're completely two different people. If they're not ready to learn that new person. They're not ready to admit it that that person is different. They're not ready to admit it. Or they don't know that they changed. And hopefully you change. Because if you didn't change,
Right.
Like you, I can wholeheartedly tell you, I love you from jump. I knew you was a ride or die. I knew you was a friend. I knew you was like that bitch. But once you changed, once you started turning into a different person, once you started maturing, once you started understanding who you was as a person, understanding your essence, it drew me closer to you even further than before. And drew me closer to you like, oh, you really know who you are. You really know your power. You really know, you understand and have the knowledge of, I'm April. I bring this.
Right.
So I don't need this. I don't tolerate this. I don't obtain this. I don't bypass this. This is who April is. And take it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy we've gotten to that point. Like, I'm so literally in tears when I think about it. I'm just so blessed, so blessed to witness that. Because a lot of people don't witness their friends growing. A lot of people don't have that moment of their friends' growth and to realize, oh, their friends is growing. And you may not be there at that point, or you may be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're there, it's like, ooh, we're going together. Or it's like, ooh, we're going apart, but how did we get to the same page? But still be happy for your friend. Right. Still acknowledge, ooh, she's growing. Like, for a period of time in my life, I can wholeheartedly attest to, like, my old best friend, Lenitris. My best friend from high school. I can't definitively say we were supposed to be best friends. But I knew we had a connection. I knew we had several things in common. But I knew I was scared. And I knew I was young. And I knew she had my back. And that didn't guarantee me being her best friend now. If you know what I mean.
Right.
But in her eyes, I was her best friend. And in my eyes, I was her best friend until I realized, or I had that aha moment where like, ooh, we're really not on the same page. Like, you're about to get married soon. Like, you really have a whole boyfriend. And I love that for you. Like, mm-hmm. You have a whole child. Like, this is the whole, the economy, I don't know nothing about. I'm not privy about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have information about. I don't know how to treat this. I don't know how to necessarily be here for you in this time. Because I'm not there. I don't know how to be a father. I don't know how to be a godfather. Like, I was appointed godfather. And God bless her soul. But I was not ready to be a godfather to her baby.
Mm-hmm.
I was not. I did not know what a godfather was then. I did not know how to be a friend was. I didn't know how to be a godfather was. I did not know what a father was. There was many unanswered questions for me to be that for you.
Right.
In that moment. But then with that relationship dissolving or it being kind of in the air or me not knowing exactly what it was, it taught me what a friendship really is. What I really need now. And although I will always have love for her, I will always give my utmost hats to her. Like, she was like the OG of the shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized that we needed to grow apart. But it's up to us to grow together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay that you don't want to. Because at certain points, when you had the car accident, you had this, you had that, I wasn't there. Because I did not know how to be there.
I've been through a situation like that, so I understand.
And it's not that I didn't want to be there. I did not know how to. I didn't know the words to say. I didn't know how to physically be there. I did not know what to say.
Right.
With me having the emotion of me not knowing if this friendship was real or not. With me having that aha moment and you having this and you having that, it was a lot of confusing for me. And until we have that conversation, like that deep, cold hearted conversation, nothing will ever change. And that's okay with me. I just took the moment. And that's what it is. I grew out of that situation. Thank God. But I'm happy where I have friends now where we can literally have these conversations, we can literally grow together, we can literally learn from our mistakes and be better tomorrow. And understand, ooh, he really didn't like that. But let me understand why he didn't like that. Like me, I love confirmations. I love the whole, like, the conversation that we had before, like the whole brother sisters conversation. I get what you're saying. But for me, I just had that particular moment. Like, I don't really care now. It is what it is. Like, I know what I am to you. I don't know what you are to me. But in that moment when we first started, I would say I was filling a void. I'm trying to fill a void. Because I love my sister down boots. I will always love her. I will always have a love for her. But I don't fuck with her like that. I would never fuck with her like that. Because of the relationship that we had. Because of the conversation that we did not have. Because that she was not ready to have. And it's unfortunate that a lot of people are not ready to have that conversation that I'm ready to have, but once you get to a point where it is what it is, you don't look for that validation for that person to have that conversation. It's either you have it or you don't. It's either you're healed or you're not. It's either you're okay or you're not. Of course you're going to have your days. Of course you're going to have your down days, your down boots, you're depressed, you don't yourself to nobody. Why me? Why am I in this relationship? Why am I in this friendship? Why am I in this family ship? Why am I here? Why am I living at this point? But once you really have that conversation with yourself, it's just like, I get it. I get my purpose. And a lot of people don't get that purpose. A lot of people don't understand who they are as a person. So, when did you get your calling for your purpose? What was that aha moment for you?
For my purpose? I would say when I had my second son.
Yep.
Yeah. And when I started having to take care of my grandma.
Yep.
That was my calling, my purpose, and just wanting better for us. You know, like, my first son, yeah, I changed a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but then my second son, I'm like, damn, like, you know, I'm bringing 2 kids in the world, and then plus I'm doing it, like, with him, I really had to take care of him on my own. Like, shit started getting real for me, and I didn't have the help that I usually had, plus grandma getting older, so that's when things just started changing for me.
Right. So, do you feel like, before we get into the monkey box situation, so before we end the conversation, do you feel like deal breakers are meant to be broken, or do you feel like deal breakers are a confirmation of what you should do as a partner?
Repeat that one more time.
Yeah, I got you though. So do you feel like
when we talking about relationships,
deal breakers? Right? Do you feel like deal breakers are
in relationships?
In general.
Okay.
I just want to be general because
all types of relationships.
Relationships can be cute, but deal breakers need to be had in every aspect of any relationship.
Okay.
A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't do that, and that's why a lot of situations are fucked up. But once you send that boundary, it's up to that person to get on board or not, and it's okay if they don't. It's okay that you can't compromise their situation. It's okay that they can't compromise yours.
Mm-hmm.
But with you knowing your boundaries, with you knowing your situation, with you knowing your deal breakers,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like the deal breakers are to be broken, or do you feel like the deal breakers are to be like a high moment for that person? Like, really don't fuck with me because I'm really I'm really that big. I'm really special. I'm really this person.
Oh, of course. The second, I do feel like I'm that bitch. Like, don't play with me, because now I feel like, I've been through situations where it's like, oh, you give somebody your hand, they take a whole fucking arm, and it's like, oh, now I'm about to violate this bitch because, oh, we play like that. Nah, we don't play like
At
that.
all.
We don't play like that.
We never play like that. So why would you think we play that? We play that. We
Right.
play that now. Like,
No, we
yeah.
don't. So, yeah. I mean, hopefully it's an aha moment for them, or because like I said, I've been through situations too where people have, I guess, cut me off or whatever the case may be, and I didn't understand, or I was opposed to how they was moving at the time, and then I realized when I went through a similar situation they went through. So it's like it could be an aha moment for them years after, you know what I mean? After say, oh, nah, it's over. Like, we not friends no more, or whatever the case may be. Like, people don't understand until years after.
So do you feel like once we have the expectation conversation, once we set the boundaries, once we set the foundation of that relationship, as they break that deal breaker, that one thing that you cannot go past, you can't overlook, you can't be blind, you can't be hella to the fucking shit. You cannot overpass or overlook that situation. What do you do if that happens?
If I can't overlook what they did, like as far as violation,
In terms of you, in terms of your deal breaker, in terms of what you know deep down inside, what you cannot get past. Because a lot of people try to get past shit. Like, oh, I forgive you, but they don't want to forgive you. They beat your fucking, they're beating a dead horse at this point. Because now they're getting tired of you repeating the offense that they did, but just because you're over it. So do you feel like once you quote unquote get over it, if you do, what does that timeline look like?
I would say it probably wouldn't be the same as it was before, like, because you always, like the saying, you could forgive but you will never forget, like, and that's a true statement. Like, anybody, like family or not, like, you know what I mean, like, or husband, wife, friends, like, you will always have in the back of your mind, like, this person did this to me, or whatever the case may be, like, and that's shit. That's where the toxicity comes from too. So,
Hello.
Shit.
So we just passing on toxic traits at this point. I said we just passing on toxic traits at this point. So, what is the last thing you want to tell the people out here about being in a healthy relationship, about being in a happy relationship, about being in tune and sanctioned with yourself?
Say that one more time.
So what do you want to tell the people out there who are having relationship problems, who are dealing with little dick niggas, no boat niggas, not shit niggas, however you want to categorize that person? What do you tell that person with you being in a healthy, happy relationship now, opposed to what you used to do with? Like, now you're done with what you're done with. what can you tell that person for like inspiration of whatever? What that looks like?
First of all, number one, just make sure you healed, um, or at least working towards that, and recognize signs. You know what I mean? Don't overlook red flags, or however you say it.
Yeah, that's it.
Um, you know, and you know, communication, and be real with yourself. Like if you not ready for it, and you feel like your toxic traits are coming out, or you feel like they have toxic traits, sometimes you just need to cut the cord and take a break. You know what I mean? Or that's it. Because a lot of people just I feel like it's more toxic to hold on. It's more toxic to hold on to than to let it go.
1,000%.
Shit, I could say 1,000 times. Like, I mean, I remember. I mean, even in my situation, I stay saying, "Oh, you was probably with that bitch," and I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say, you know, I don't say stupid shit or my relationship is perfect, you know, but I do. I have toxic traits, and I think that was because I didn't completely heal from my last situation. Now, will I say that we gonna last? I mean, I don't know. Hopefully we do. And hopefully he has enough patience for me and me the same. But yeah, I'm in my healing stages, and the first thing is, at least you know, what they say the first step is acknowledging it.
Acknowledgement, yeah.
Acknowledge that you have a problem.
Can we get all the people who got a fucking problem in the fucking building? Because y'all be fucking quiet. Y'all be acting like y'all fucking church bosses. Like y'all be acting like y'all so fucking perfect and holy and fucking vow. But no, boo, you got a fucking problem just like I got a problem.
That's the fact.
Just like you got a problem, we got a problem, we all got a problem. So once
okay.
we realize that, we cold-heartedly do the work.
And always,
it's hard. Trust me, it is. It's hard to change your mentality. It's hard to want to love yourself. It's hard to think of yourself as less than perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get into that realization of, fuck, I really am the problem. It's not them. It's really not them no more.
Mm-hmm.
It's me. And you really start fixing that, you are the most beautiful person I've ever met. You're the most beautiful person you've ever met. And you're the most beautiful person anyone can meet. Like, you're literally you. Like, you're not apologetic. You come how you are, who you are. And it just comes out so naturally. And it's so beautiful. And that's why I love having this type of conversation, because it's so natural, so authentic, and so us. Like, this is literally just typical conversation of just every and anything. And I love that for us. I love that we can do that and we can give that to the world. Because the world needs it. Like, the world needs a leader. The world needs a champion. The world needs someone who has their back.
Yep.
And they're not getting it right now. And I'm here to save it. I'm here to give you the tools to become a better person. Because we all need to become better people. To be in better relationships, to be in better friendships, to be in better family ships, to be in better anything. You need a change. You need a change soon. You need to turn your fucking knob. Turn it. Just a little bit. But tweak it. Because your knob that you have now is not working. At all.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to fine tune. It's time to be better. It's time to do better. It's time to want better. And it's that part for us. But we've been talking for almost 3 hours. It is Kimi and I'm back with my motherfucking tea of the day. This is season 3.
And it's April.
Motherfucking April, my motherfucking sister, my motherfucking left hand, right hand. And it's the season 4, motherfucking episode motherfucking 10. And she got me out of fucking retirement because I literally did not podcast for a whole month. I know y'all know this. Like, I know I've been wanting to, hopefully I'm going to podcast tomorrow. I've just been disengaged. I've just really been thinking about life, thinking about me, thinking about my choices, what I'm going to do next. Thinking about, unfortunately, the numbers and how the numbers look. And it's really losing sight of why I started it. To begin with, like, I started it literally to talk. Like, literally to get my mind out there, my voice out there. You have a fucking voice. And if I lose that, I lose everything. And I don't ever want to lose everything. So, I'm back. I don't know if I'm here to stay, but I'm back for now. So hopefully you get a new episode tomorrow. I definitely want to talk about Lizzo's album. I definitely want to talk about Beyonce's upcoming album and what that look like. But later this is Kim with my tea, with my drink, with my motherfucking Patron this time. And later.
Later.